Hey, welcome to World Radio. Cut off a bit early there, but that's okay. You all get the point. What happened there? Um, in studio this time behind the camera, where you can see him, is the Honorable Mayor of Hamilton, Missouri. Mayor, welcome.
Well, thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Appreciate
We're
it.
going to talk about some things tonight, mostly goofy shit, but we got some other things on the docket to talk about too. Uh, Give a quick rundown of some things that's going on. Go back and check out all the shows on W Entertainment. We have a pin posted at the top. We have a lot of changes. We've got some people doing some different times now. So you'll have to get in there and look and see who where. See Dean Cerny's checking in as usual. Well, he's usually one of the first guys. Thank you, Dean, for showing up. Hi, Kathy. See her cousin. Appreciate that. We got some people moved times. Jennifer moved her from Wednesday. Hot Box with Matt is going to be on 8 o'clock at night on Mondays. So he changed around. We got some things happening. People got new schedules for work. So we hadn't quit what we're doing. We've just been moving some times around. And 1700 somewhere. Athens on a break right now. He's taking his break, and he's going to come back with new content, new material, ready to roll. So he's getting things done to bear. Got a couple major shows coming up. While right now they're still go. Now, again, I don't know. Locally, I know the big show November 6th. I'm pretty well sure Cameron won't play the COVID thing with us, but not sure about the other one. Right now, on the 21st of August, we are going to be in Shawnee Mission, Kansas. All right, I got a flyer right here somewhere. I got a flyer somewhere right there. Roy Anthony, he's the host of the show. He's going to be doing a lot of gum flapping. He's got some jokes to tell. You got Richard Montano. Guys, if you've ever seen Richard Montano, it's just one funny man. You need to get and check him out. He's funny. Obviously, Typhoon Panda, he needs no introduction anywhere on a civilized planet. And then myself, we're going to be there 7 to 9. Okay, and we got a special guest. Apparently, they got a winner of open mic contest they've been hosting up there at Harley's Hideaway in Shawnee Mission, Kansas. They got a winner of their open mic contest. He's going to be performing. He's going to open for us all. So we're looking forward to that. Always want some new, fresh people to come in and join us. So there's the information. Write that down. $10 a ticket. Half the proceeds go to help the veterans. Harley's Hideaway is donating half the money to us for our big November 6th show, which leads me into November 6th. November 6th show, guys, is going to be it's just going to be awesome. It's going to be at Tub Creek Event Center here in Cameron, Missouri. Let me get that on there for you. Tub Creek, there you are. They're the sponsor. Take that off. There's one sponsor. Here's another one. Thank you to Levi Garrison and Sons Brewery out of Hamilton, Missouri. They're providing the alcohol for this deal. If you haven't never sampled their alcohol, you're missing out, gentlemen. You are really missing out. They're good at what they do. Sean, he loves veterans. He's a veteran himself, or active duty military himself. So he does anything he can for veterans. So guys are here to please you. And a big shout out to His and Hers Sports Gallery here in Cameron, Missouri. They're going to provide us T-shirts to sell on that, and again, all the money goes to help out the veterans. So all that, look forward to all that. That's all coming up. That's awesome. That's and thank you to OVB Barbecue, Operations Veterans Barbecue, Matt Brooks and them guys. What we're doing on that day, we got another special thing going on. We're going to be giving away a free meal, Thanksgiving dinner to some needy veteran family. We're working on maybe giving a car away, but we are for sure going to give away the meal. All that's provided by Matt Brooks and his team. So go online and check out OVD Barbecue and give them a big shout out. All right, Mr. Mayor, we got all the business took care of now.
Yeah, you got a busy schedule coming up. That's good.
Well, yeah, I hope so. I hope it's hope more things open up. But the way this COVID thing is going, you're not getting into conversation about that. You being the leader of a town, your thoughts on the way this whole thing's been handled. We'll get to that here in just a little bit. Okay. But I want to start in today again introducing the mayor. Y'all know him, but we're gonna have to introduce because we got new fans. Mayor, take an opportunity to introduce us and tell who you are.
Hello, everyone. My name's Christopher Bruce, and I've been the mayor of Hamilton going on my second term. First term happened whenever COVID and everything happened, so it was kind of a different thing to have to deal with, especially first term. other than that, it's kind of fun. The mayor of Hamilton. It's, it's a nice little town. I mean, it's got a lot of tourism and my boyhood home. So I graduated there in 1995 and still there. So anyway, that's it's continuously changing. It used to be a home of Stride Right and used to be home of a bunch of other little businesses, but now it's Missouri Star Quilt has pretty much got their stores and businesses and everything established there. So that being said, that's kind of where we're at now. So
Also, there's something else that I didn't really realize until somebody called me on it. Hamilton's also the home of the largest spool of thread.
yeah, there's a spool thread. I encourage anybody to go by there and check out the quilt museum. The quilt museum used to be the home of the old elementary school back in several years ago.
Yeah, my kids went there.
Yeah, I remember sitting in that classroom when the Challenger exploded, and it was kind of neat. I did a tour on that. The quilt company, the quilt museum, has several different days, promotions and stuff for different people, different towns, and everything. Well, Hamilton's day came up there. It's free admission to go in there, so I went in there and checked it out, and it's pretty neat. I like to see more people go up there and check it out. They've done a lot of work maintaining the building, so it's if you've never been to a museum or anything like that, it's not really what you envisioned. So I highly recommend it. So
excellent. Yeah, you guys can check it out. And I have to apologize. At one time, I used to tell everybody that Gallatin was better than Hamilton. And I was on that kick for many years because I didn't really like Hamilton that well because I lived there in the cops and all that crap.
mm-hmm.
But after I got medicated, and I realized y'all kicking the hell out of Hamilton over there. Y'all doing something right. I mean,
they're doing pretty good.
They built that industrial park over Hamilton, but they really did nothing with it. So you guys are kicking their butts. And congratulations. I mean, you guys, the town's getting pretty good there, and it's really come alive.
It's growing. There's going to be new housing coming in there. 53 homes are coming in.
Nice.
That's going to be out there. If you remember where the old Mexican restaurant is, or existing Mexican restaurant, there's 27 acres that got annexed into city limits. And
sweet.
Hopefully to begin construction soon. With the price of material and everything, is what I've been told is kind of slowing it down.
But it will. It's supposed to come back down. The last word I got, maybe in the trade. I'm not totally retired.
Yeah.
I still do a little bit, very little bit. But I've talked to a lot of friends of mine. They're like, it's coming down, but it's still, unless you got insurance damage, a person really can't afford everything fixed.
I do. I also have been in the construction business for several years. One thing I've done this summer that I haven't done before, is take down existing buildings and put them back up at another location. So with the price of lumber and everything, this is the third barn that we was able to take down. It was out by the Wells of Joy Church. It was a structure out there, and we took it down and put it back 3 miles exact where it originally came from. So with that being said, I guess that building's home again.
So you're getting your Amish on.
Yeah.
They do a lot of that. Amish.
Yeah.
A lot of that. All right, Mayor. Thank you, sir, for that interlude, as they call it in the business. Whatever. Like I care. All right, we're going to talk right now about things we used to do when we were kids that we can't do now. I don't know how many times I remember going somewhere with my uncles and just jump in the back of the pickup truck. We didn't have a dual cab back when I was a kid. We did, but they were rare, right?
Right in the back of the truck.
Yeah, you got two. If you got two people up front, you usually crowded. They're big guys, maybe three, right? But the cooler and everybody else is in the back, and we'd hold 6, 7, 8 people back there. You can't do that now.
Oh no.
And people getting hurt. How many times you really watch the news and seeing somebody fall out of the back truck and get hurt more than you have somebody just getting in a regular wreck?
Mm-hmm. Someone asked me one time, growing up was one thing that I missed. Well, I remember my aunt used to always cut my hair over in the small town of Breckenridge, and she was a independent beauty or beautician or whatever. And every time before school, my mom would take us over there, and we'd get the haircut. It really wasn't what you wanted, but it's what you got. But the best time I'm doing it was, one of the fondest memories of it was coming back and laying in the back window of them big old Chevy Impalas, smoking them candy cigarettes that you'd get at the gas station, and people drive by and you'd be waving at them. And they'd be thinking, what the heck is going on? Now you get pulled over, you'd be.
And now they don't think they're candy cigarettes. Now they think they're something else.
Oh yeah.
You know,
there's something. Now they're vaping.
Yeah, they vaping or they want to see your marijuana card.
Yeah,
you know, yeah.
So, but that's one thing I thought was kind of interesting. There's a lot of things that we can't do anymore. You know, it just kind of tests your creativity, I guess. So.
Okay, we'll go with creativity. Yeah, I mean, we used to entertain ourselves with a stick.
Oh yeah,
on a stick. We were ours. Zorro. I don't know how many times I was Zorro. You know, Roman candle fights. Those used to be. We used to plan for those things. You know, a cooler. We have some girl would always have a list. She'd be checking off stuff to have to pull this thing off, and we remember having them in a graveyard one time, and some guy who with curly hair who looks like me was pretty fast on my feet, but I didn't really pay attention. Mm-hmm. And we were shooting. He said, "I run across cemetery. I disappeared." Okay. I woke up. I was laying in the bottom of one. They dug a hole to bury somebody in. I ran right and just fell right in that damn thing. You know, those things are more than 6 foot deep, by the way, too. They're full of crap. Okay, they're full of crap. All right, but anyway, that's why they had a ladder. I just get out, no big deal. But it was just funny because I was always the guy that fell in the damn hole. Nobody else but me. So I miss those days. Now you do that. Now that's child abuse, and then and all that, and and sometimes you got kids that want to do. Hey, shoot me with a BB gun. What?
Oh yeah, I've been shot several people as a kid growing up with a BB gun.
Yeah, we used to take our shirt off and shirt and skins, and we'd go. You couldn't lie. It ain't like a paintball gun. You can take your shirt off and lie. You got hit with a BB gun. You couldn't lie. The BB was right there.
Yeah, it's stuck in you.
Yeah. Now a lot of them wasn't as powerful as it was today, so they didn't hurt as bad.
And then pellet guns came along, and then you didn't want to be shot. You see what they done to a frog or a rabbit or whatever, and you thought, no.
No. I'm Dean Cerny, one of our listeners, says, leave all day on your bike as long as you were home before the street lights come on. You were golden. No problem. I remember those days. You did not literally come to the house until you could barely see. Mm-hmm. Then your mom's like, had a few. You all right? Where you been? All right, eat. Yep. Of course, I didn't want to be at the house very much, sometimes, but BB guns was a 3-pump maximum and no headshots. See, Dean played it too. Sure. Dean played it too. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Those, but some of the things you just can't today.
No,
you just can't.
Well, the technology is taking over everything. People are on their phones, people are on their computers, iPads. People are watching kids play. Kids watch kids play, and
I never understood that.
It's this sad deal, but
that, and I think some kids, because of the result of that, are soft. Some kids today are just soft. Sure. They're just crybabies, and my day we took care of the problem and went on. It just seems like it's because of technology, And another thing that makes kids soft, and this is the parents' fault. When you and I were kids, we learned how to ride a bicycle as soon as we were able to get on one. Sure. Our moms and dads would look somewhere with a little bitty tire bike, we'd ride that thing. Now they're not riding a bike till 10, 11 years old, it seems like. And to make them have a helmet.
If they can ride them.
A
lot of times, I've seen kids that can't ride them.
There's a large group of them are growing up not being able to ride bikes. You're right. We didn't have a helmet when I was a kid. You hit your head, guess what? I bet you didn't hit your head again.
Yeah. Did you ever put a ramp up and jump over people laying under it?
Yeah. I told my grandkids today, we got so brazen that we built them how to go over cars.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to miss because you didn't want your ass whipped in the car, so you got good at that,
And the other day I took a bunch of junk over to the junkyard, and I seen a bicycle that reminded me kind of the one that I used to have. It was the old banana seat, with the old like ape hangers and banana seat,
Right.
And when those are the best for ramping because you were guaranteed to hit them. Them bike seats, and these days you don't want to.
No, they don't build them. I've seen people snapping in half now. Bicycles jumping them too hard. They don't build my yacht too. Well, speaking of swings, I wrote down here. When we used to swing, we were kids. We'd get high. You could tell whose dad put the swing in the ground the best if it lifted up out of the ground. We swing high, and then we just let go and bail out of them. Oh yeah. We'd have contests to see who get the furthest. Sure. If break your ankle, so what? That means you're disqualified. You don't move on the next round. So what? Deal with it. That was our X Games. That was our version of X Games, back in that day. Mm-hmm. They was the competition. We had it. But, kids don't do that today. Like you said, they're video gaming. And now, sometimes, and I was guilty of this myself for a little bit, I just shoved something in my grandchildren's hands, so they wouldn't bother me because I was doing something. So I'd give them a device. And then the next thing you know, they were hooked on a device, and I was pissed off. Who gave them the damn device? You did. Oh, sorry. You ever rode a bike off a? You ever rode your bike off a piece of plywood, leaned it against the cinder block, and have a fall while you're in midair? Yes, yes, it fell midair. Yes. That's why I learned to stack, higher cinder block like a brick or something, so that way,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I learned that jumping bicycle was one of the first ways I learned how to build something because you remembered, had to pick yourself up off the ground. But yeah, you remember that stuff.
Have you ever had a younger brother throw a stick in your spokes of a bike while you're riding?
He get his ass whipped.
Oh yeah, I've had those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember as I got older, we get drunk, party hard, and then go to school. Get a little rest, go to school, and then do it all over again. Now it's just totally different. I mean, people get a head cold now. They're out for 2 or 3 weeks out of school. Now some of that, I know schools have rules and stuff with that, but it's
growing up as kids, we used to the grocery stores used to have the little old ladies in there that would be the cashiers, and you'd take them a note in there saying, "Hey, my grandpa wants a pack of cigarettes or cigars or whatever." And I remember taking those as kids and smoking 1 or 2 of those, and then just getting so sick, thinking, "Why did I do that?" Never again did you ever mess with them. But that's the type of world it was. You could just write a note. If your kid was sick to school or whatever, you wrote a note. Now they got text casters. Now they got all this stuff. And it's a sad deal that the world's had to come to something like that. I mean,
yeah. And I'm not blaming the businesses for that.
Right.
That's our fault.
Right.
Because you got people that took advantage of the system. I remember the first time I chewed. Well, first time I seen chew, my grandfather had a pouch of that Indian chew.
Red
man chew. And he'd take it and I remember like, that's nasty shit. And then he'd open a dog's mouth and spit down the dog's throat. I said, "Grandpa, what are you doing? That's abuse." He goes, "I'm killing worms." And I learned, first of all, that stuff worms dogs, right? So I was 16 years old at the Jamesport Speedway. All right, that's at Jamesport, Missouri. And got passed around some Kodiak, which I understand Kodiak was at that time was one of the toughest chews, most pungent there was. And I got my big old lip of that stuff, and put it down in there. All I remember, I was laying on the hood of one of the race cars, just turning blue. I mean, just I've never chewed since then. That broke me of any chewing habit. If I had any desires to chew, it's over. No more desires to chew. Yeah. So, and I remember when we was kids, we didn't have a whole lot in our medicine cabinet. Our mothers had certain things. I mean, everybody had that pink jar of Pepto-Bismol somewhere in your house. Okay, you remember Pepto? You remember Tussin? Tussin was for everything. We were so poor we had to take a Roba off. We couldn't afford a Roba. We could just afford the Tussin. Okay. Yep. Your mom would pour that on anything. You got a hang now? We'll put a little Tussin in there. Tussin was for everything. Zorbine Jr. A bottle of rubbing alcohol. All right. Cranberry juice.
I got one for you. How about Mercuricome?
Mercuricome. My wife said that today.
My dad worked for the highway department. He brought home a vial of that, and anytime he had an owie, we'd have that on us.
Mercuricome. Yeah, she mentioned that today.
Whenever I got framing houses there in '95 and on up, the clip of gun nails had that discoloring of them. Mm-hmm. And I remember guys shooting, accidentally shooting their hands to a block or whatever it was, and some boy says, "Don't worry, they cover those. They coat those in Mercuricome."
Yeah.
It was just plastic. He was full of shit, but
right. Everybody had a box of Band-Aids except my uncle. My uncle had a theory. He never had any Band-Aids in his house. I said, "How come you never had any Band-Aids in his house?" "Because I never get cut." He said, "If you get Band-Aids in your house, you get cut. It's just a jinx." He said, so he never had them, and he went for a long time without ever getting cut. I don't remember ever wearing a Band-Aid. And my mom always kept a couple beers in the house. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and they were just beers that she never drunk, but she kept them for a reason. Finally, one day I asked her, I said, "What happened?" She goes, "That's to flush your kidneys out." Just flush your system out. And then hot chili peppers. That's what I grew up on. They cured everything. You had diarrhea, eat a hot pepper. You had a headache, eat a hot pepper. I think when she said hot pepper, you automatically healed.
Yeah.
You know, you got tired of him. I loved him so. But that's just some of the things that we had. That we had. Now you go to these medicine cabinets, they got stuff for dermatitis, stuff for regular itching.
And then they got expiration dates on a lot of that stuff. I'm sure a lot of the stuff that was in the medicine cabinets back, years ago didn't have expiration dates.
No, you knew when Pepto-Bismol was bad was just a pink thick crust. You couldn't shake it up with powder. That's how you knew it was bad. Mm-hmm. Dean said, Swinger taught our generation about psychics and centrifugal force. My idiot reading ass. Dean also, you'll ever get caught by a neighbor doing something you shouldn't have by doing so they bust your ass, take you home, tell your parents what you did, and the parents bust your ass again.
Oh yeah.
I've
had that.
I've had it where you go down to a friend's house and he's in trouble, all y'all got an ass whipping.
Sure.
I'm thinking, why am I getting one? He did it. You should not let him do it. And you should have told he didn't. You should make sure they all got in trouble. Yeah. The hell kind of.
Yeah.
But hey,
that's part of it. Yeah. That's what you do.
Yeah.
If you were doing something, that's part of the game. So sure.
Yep. That's. All right, we're going to switch topics here again, guys. We're here with the mayor of Hamilton, the honorable mayor of Hamilton. He, a friend of mine. We become pretty decent friends over the couple years that I've known him. He chewed some of the same dirt, obviously, about his construction background and stuff. So he's did a lot of great things in Hamilton, Missouri. Get online, look it up. If you want to tour it, come through and tour it. I mean, if
we're going to get a website. This it's in the works now, so it'll tell you what city's working on, what the projects are. Different ordinances. It's going to give you all that stuff. So this is one of the things in the making. I know that they did a lot with community forums and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah.
Even at that, that's still not an official city website. So they got to up their game a little bit on that. And
I was in one of the buildings the other day. I've never been in one of the quilt buildings since they built them. And I had a box that was sitting in the restaurant that was on the corner, the hideout. And I couldn't never get it back. I couldn't get it back. Troy sold the building and somebody else bought it.
The hangout?
The hangout. I'm sorry. Remember the hangout. And it was there. And I couldn't ever get this box back. And didn't have any money in it, but I just wanted my box. And so finally I went down there and I started asking somebody. I went down to Mormon church because I know the Mormons own a lot of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And they told me who to go to. So I went down another building. And I said, well, you got to go to this building. So I went down there and I said, y'all trying to get me to lose weight. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But who's got my damn box? So finally they went up with a key and got it back. And when I was in there, they spent quite a bit of money on rehabbing these old buildings in there. Oh, yeah. And they are just amazing. Some of the, cathedral art in some areas, how they, nipped and tucked areas that you didn't think was a problem. It was just beautiful.
Some of these old towns and stuff, just the history of their buildings. The Chamber of Commerce has talked about all these different businesses putting their original murals on the side of what they originally used to be. Granted that the current location up there now where the painting of the depot on it is across the road from the actual depot of it. But with that being said, they're going to try to put all the original artwork on. The gentleman that done that one, I believe, has passed away. They were in the works of getting someone else to come in and do it. But if you look at the history and stuff of all the town and everything, I mean, Polo, they had a building fall down. Jamesport had a building fall down. Mound City, Kingston, not long ago, had a building fall down. I mean,
that building fell down. Jamesport. First of all, that's the town I grew up in. I never lived there. I registered for service in that building.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I go in there and say register. You don't have to. You don't have to register for elective service. Well, I want to do it anyway. So I do it anyway. Just make sure.
And
sad. Really sad.
I talk to an old every once a month. I go up there to coffee. It's called Coffee with Chris. Uptown at the Agos restaurant, and I try to meet with individuals just to voice their opinion about different topics, concerns. I call it points of interest.
Where's this at?
Up at Agos Cafe at the Pavilion uptown in Hamilton.
Okay.
I go up there, and it's called Coffee with Chris. My name's with a K, and so coffee's with a K on the spelling of it. But anyway, it's a promotion that I put on for anybody and everybody to come up and visit. Touch base if there's something they want to discuss, an issue or whatever. buy them a cup of coffee. We sit there and talk outside,
Nice.
take notes. Been doing that for quite this whole second term. It goes pretty good. This last one, I do apologize on the time of it. I thought it was at 9, and I got there at 9. It was at 8, but I wrote it down wrong. But I still stayed there till 10. Got talking to a bunch of individuals about the buildings in town, and this is back to the building topic of it. And one old guy told me, he says, well, them old buildings are like teeth. Once you lose one, the one next to it gets weak, goes, so on and so forth. So if anything and everything, these buildings are being preserved and they're being used, and that's good. That's good for the history of our town. So
it is, and that's true. The way they built them old buildings, and being a contractor, I understand what they're doing. When they built them all usually all at the same time. They built a whole long, like what we call chain malls today. Yep. That's what they built, but they also leaned on each other.
Yep.
Okay, they used the weight of each other, and once one come out, then yes, it does do that. I know Gallatin they got one to burn out, and they just took it all out. So now you got buildings in a big area, just nothing in there. It's got building, nothing in building, and they tried to look at me like they just tuck pointed, inside there. I don't know if they put any bracing or not.
Well,
if they didn't,
you can kind of see some of these buildings and stuff whenever they got those. It looks like mortar around the outside of them, and they got steel beams sitting on the side of them. You've probably seen those.
Yeah.
Polo had that one at the intersection there for a long period of time.
Yeah,
they used to have a theater upstairs of it, but
that's too bad.
It's crazy.
There's some things all these little towns have in common in this area. There's a lot of rich history around this area. We got a lot of famous people who come from these small towns. Obviously, one of the famous people from Hamilton is J.C. Penney himself. Okay, his boyhood home's there, and then he came back again for a while. I think he had one of his cars was there. We had it. It was at the old Conoco station, and then they moved it down to this whole Sears place, I think.
Yeah, that vehicle belonged to late Dean Hales. His family now have possession of the vehicle. Dean and his wife both have passed away. He was a big Hamilton advocate for Hamilton. Has a 1947 Cadillac of J.C. Penney.
47, yeah, that's right.
It was on display at Conoco and for a long period of time out there. But now the family has been talking. The town itself, the city itself, has been talking about issues of having its own park. Cameron over here's got a nice park pavilion, with a antique fire truck in the station, in the structure, and you can come in from 4 points. That's kind of one of the topics that we were talking about, there for Hamilton, since it doesn't have an actual good park other than down by the swimming pool.
Right.
And put that car in it, so that would be history of it.
Yeah, it would be. I'd draw them in. And also J.C. Penney's got one of his prized bulls. A lot of people don't know, and there's not much online about it, but he had show bulls, and he helped revamp some of the dairy farms in the area. He was a dairy farmer, and they fell on their face, and he helped. Some of his techniques helped redo them. And so a couple of his prized bulls are buried out there outside of Hamilton right there. I go by a lot when I go out that way because I live out that way. And then Zach Wheat, around the area, baseball player. We got Ringo Starr, or not Ringo Starr, Johnny Ringo was he lived in Gallatin, Missouri for a while. Frank James went on trial there, right uptown there in Gallatin. Jamesport, had a mother Moses, the lady that played Moses. She lived there, and she's buried there in Hamilton or Jamesport. Margaret Stewart, I think her name is, redhead lady. And then they had Fog Allen. If you're a sports buff, you know who Fog Allen is. As a matter of fact, KU's basketball arena is named after Fog Allen. He's originally from Jamesport, Missouri. So you got a lot of famous people from these areas: Hamilton, Gallatin, Jamesport, Kidder, Kingston, Breckenridge got a large. So
Breckenridge used to be the upsy, fancy. I mean, realistically, now if you go through it's falling apart.
Bad. It got a lot of.
My grandparents lived there, and I'm wanting to say in the 70s. I'm not for sure exactly what time. In the 70s, there was a tornado that came through there and knocked out a majority of the town. They was able to get their home redone and with insurance and everything.
I remember that.
A lot of those. That was the town.
Yeah, I heard that. And now, within the last 10 years, it's not like it used to be, but that was also a retirement place. People want to go there to retire. But now there's really no commerce going on. People live there and then drive elsewhere to work or just retire there. So, real quick, we got Dean says, Gen X is the greatest generation. We were raised by boomers and grew up with technology. I can remember in my lifetime having every single phone that they had.
Oh, yeah.
I remember my grandfather, I was a little bitty boy. My grandfather, he'd walk up, pull that one up, ring it, right, and call. I remember getting a call one day. He said, Bob King. I'm like, who's Bob King? Man's like, that's Grandpa's name. So that's how I learned my grandpa's name, because of the phone, right? And then I remember them ones, rotary phones.
Oh, yeah.
If you misdialed, it was a long day because you had to do it all again. Then he went in and push button phones. He'd hang it up, and then they got when it first came out with them big old battery operated phones. Mm-hmm. With an antenna. We used to hit each other with them just to have something to do. And then hang up phone. The evolution of the phone until we get these cell phones. That's how old we are, and we're smarter still to learn technology. It hadn't really passed us by. We know it. I mean, I remember 8-track tapes, 8-track,
Sure.
and now we're in digital.
Now we're on iPads and stuff like that. Yeah,
and we're still not too old to remember these things, and we're helping grow in the process. But yeah, Gen X is one of the greatest generations. It really is. If you're not from Gen X, I'm sorry about that. That's your fault, not mine. That's awesome. I don't know anyone has ever seen our mayor. Dean's probably never ever talked to his mayor.
What town's he from?
He lives in Ohio.
Oh, Ohio. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I did before pre-COVID, I guess you would say, is in Caldwell County there is 8 different individual towns. I guess it would be your townships or villages or however you want to break them down. But there's 8 of them that actually have. The school. You got Breckenridge, you got Marble, you got New York, you've got Cowgill, you got Polo, you got Bramer, you got Kingston, Breckenridge. You got all these. One of the first things I wanted to do, was to meet with each of these mayors. So I did a meeting of the mayors and had a pretty good turnout with that. We discussed several different topics. Maybe one of them that kind of stuck out was promoting another town, promoting some more tourism and stuff through that. And with one of the ideas that people have came up with has been, believe it or not, has been wine venues or vineyards and stuff.
I'm all in. Where I signed.
And so then they talked about maybe doing a wine area. I haven't heard much more from any of this, but it was a good topic. Went out there, built a house out in Rayville. Went out there the other day to pick up something that I bought, and they got a vineyard out there. You can go out there, you can rent a retreat, you can do all that different stuff and drink wine, learn how to make wine and all that. So hopefully,
you mean make it the right way?
Sure.
And don't bootleg it, because I
Right,
bootleg it.
yeah.
Milk jug and a balloon.
the legal way.
Yeah. Tax stamp and all that. Yeah. Guys, we're here with Mayor Kris Bruce. Real good guy. His better half, she's off camera right now. She's not saying a whole lot. She's just listening to us bullshit, what she's doing. They've been business owners together. Matter of fact, they own a business now, a mowing company. Kiss my grass.
Kiss my grass.
Yeah, almost went other ways on that. Kiss my grass. If you're in the area, you need your yard mowed, call them up. They're the people to help you. Well, Mayor, we want to talk about another touchy subject. I know the governor pardoned quite a few people this last go around.
Mm-hmm.
One guy though didn't get pardoned, and you might know all about this guy. You might not ever heard anything. I don't know. Strickland. You know what I'm talking about? I'll show you the space here a second, and you can tell me if you've seen him or not.
Is that the gentleman over here in Cameron? That's
not him. This guy here, Kevin Strickland. It wasn't included in pardon. This guy right here. He missed governor pardon. That's governor of our state, governor pardon. He missed 12 pardons. Okay, he wasn't part of the 12. This gentleman apparently had an ID witness that accused him of doing something of murder.
Sure.
He ended up didn't do it. The real guys came forward and admitted they did it. It ended up being 2 guys. Okay. There was no DNA back in this time. Okay. Everyone who's involved in the case said they made a mistake. A couple of the prosecuting attorneys now are like, hey, I ain't touching this, man. Yeah, that guy should be out. if you were the governor, would you pardon this guy with people telling you that he's certain people in certain areas that you trust telling you this man's not guilty and let him out?
I don't know. I don't really have followed much up on any of this.
All right.
It's kind of a touchy subject if the people have already came through and admitted to it. I mean, did he serve his whole time, or was he in there?
He was in there for life.
Oh, he's in there for life.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they didn't offer him nothing. There was like an Alfred plea where you can, they can let him out saying, hey, you served enough time. We still think you're guilty, but we can let you out. He ain't been offered anything except the Innocence Project is working with him on it. And this is a common trend. And the question to you, with innocent people being in prison, and there is innocent people that messed up being in prison,
Right.
Off eyewitness accounts. What's your opinion? Should we start getting away from the eyewitness testimony and get more, just rely more on the forensic? Because I think eyewitness testimony and the lie detector test are the same thing. Still interpreted by man. You can still not reliable enough in court. If you had a vendetta against somebody, you can go into court and lie on them.
Sure.
Well, do you think we need to? How can we change this?
I think a majority of the judicial and court systems in anything anymore have been kind of a feeding frenzy of you've got the police feeding the lawyers with the crime, and it's the same people, the same type of stuff. That is a particularly, I mean, I see that all the time on the news.
Right.
Miami-Dade County down in Florida. That's a prime example. I mean, that's on the TV every day.
Yeah, Chicago's being on TV all the time now because they won't let their police do their job.
Right.
So, I mean,
I don't know what the stipulations are on that individual case or anything. I don't know what the family of the victims or whatever it was. I don't know what.
That's interesting because the victim's family said, we want the right guy. If he's not him, let him out.
So the ones that admitted to it haven't done any time or nothing.
No, they did. Yeah, they did some time too, but they didn't do time on that case. But they were in jail for crime, and they admitted to doing it. And matter of fact, they gave us some evidence that they didn't know existed. Some information, that only the killer would know, right? And this other guy said he didn't do it. It's because of eyewitness testimony, and they're saying, well, the eyewitness testimony is so strong, but is it really?
Yeah,
is eyewitness testimony really I mean. They had their mindset on him. They had other guys that was admitting it, and they kept their mindset on him.
Eyewitness testimony, my opinion of it is this is just solely my opinion. There should be different, I guess, degrees or instances or that it could be used. I wouldn't, if it's dead set, that this is this person and it's a lineup and yes, this is him. I know what he looked like. This, that's fine. But, if you get around people that look the same,
yeah,
I mean, I spent 16 hours working with Amish guys. They all got a beard. They all wear a straw hat. They all have,
right. I'm not,
so
and you're not trying to be racist here, but let's say you're in a dark room.
Right.
And if you see a black man commit a crime, how do you know which black man it was? That's another,
right.
There's another case where a black guy was accused and it was another black guy. They both had on darker hoods. One was a black hood, one was a blue hood.
I think DNA and DNA, testing and all that stuff would supersede, any of that.
I think so. I think maybe we need to take eyewitness testimony and use it as a base to start somewhere.
Sure.
Because that's what we do with lie detector. It's not admissible in court. They use it to if you don't take it, you're lying, or they take it, see if you're lying. If you
certain people can beat it.
You're kidding. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
So because a lot of vets can, because we control our nerves and our breathing, we can beat that, and we're also drugged up so much that it would get, well, I wouldn't say we beat it. It give an inaccurate reading. They wouldn't know. They have no idea. So I think it's coming to that, and I think it needs to be that because there's a lot of innocent people.
Sure.
Now, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not trying to open a can of worms, but I am. I think if we need to make some certain laws that if a prosecutor police investigator, if they purposely and knowingly put someone in prison or jail, then they need to do that time.
Sure.
I think so.
Sure, absolutely.
I think that, because I've been on some of those where certain police departments have accused me of stuff I didn't do, and I was the wrong guy. I mean, but I didn't handle it very well and ended up slapping them around, so then I was guilty for that,
Sure.
and then try to pad your stats. And I think that we need to. I'm not sure what to do. I don't have all the answers, but I know somewhere we need to change something somewhere. Now, the reason I'm bringing you into this because when you took over Hamilton, you've really the law enforcement in your town has really changed from where it used to be. I remember it had a lot of problems. It had a lot of issues after you had a death of one of my real good buddies. He got killed in a motorcycle. He's a police officer there, Wyman. And I know they look for chiefs here and chiefs there, but it seems like, and I don't know if you got the credit for this or who, but it seems like when you took over, you tightened things up for lack of a better term there.
Well,
what did you do different?
I don't know if I wouldn't say it was particularly put on to me, but I would say kind of like I guess it would kind of be the administration part of it. I guess would be
okay.
It's a team effort on it. It's a tourist town. You get X amount of people in there a year.
Right.
And that's what it is. To assist, to serve, and protect. That's the purpose of it. So, with that being said, I'm hoping that they're doing that. I have made the comment that, or I haven't made the comment. I've heard the comment several times that the police in town need to wave a little bit more, need to be a little bit more friendly, and so on and so forth. And I can see that. They don't wave at me. And so, with that being said,
it could be they're paying attention to the road.
Sure.
Would you rather wave all the time and not pay attention? Or,
yeah, that's true. It could. But like I said, I think it's a group effort with.
Well, whatever you did and whatever you've continued doing there is made a lot of difference. You got a pretty good chief there.
Yeah. The sheriff too.
A new sheriff of the county.
Yeah.
And that's a big improvement. Even with people who don't live in this state, what case I'm talking about. Right. They really push hard to get that. And the communication between your chief and the sheriff really, you could just tell things have really, they're so much different.
The chief works with the sheriffs, and, and some of the deputies come there and fill in position for there's a position open for the police department, and some of the deputies come in there and they work part-time or whatever.
Nice.
So
Nice.
So,
yeah, I've seen the chief over the court I heard she was over in the courtroom, over doing some stuff over there before, and I've seen her over there, and seems like she's doing a real good job on that. How many people you got on your police force?
At the last I knew, there was 6 or 7.
Okay, so that's about where it runs, isn't it, normally?
And money's an issue, so there's going to be turnover. So
always is.
That's
kind
of where we're at on that. But
at least you're not defunding them.
No.
Okay, that's not your attitude.
No, they got a brand new vehicle. They got cameras. They got all the information, all the stuff that they need.
Yeah, I think last time we had you in here, you talked about you wouldn't even entertain the thought of defunding them.
No.
They need new equipment. So I'm glad you got that. Yeah. You got that. I did have a question. A friend of mine knew he's coming in today. He want to know: do you require, or does the city require your police officers to do any type of martial arts training? And if so, what kind?
Just post certification is what I'm.
Just okay. So whatever this requires through regular training. Okay. All right. Well, now I'll tell him to mind his own business. That's perfect. Guys, we're here with the mayor. Kind of quiet guy. He ain't got lungs like an Eskimo like I got. So he's a good looking dude too. You a good looking man. I you know that. You're a good looking guy.
I'm getting a lot of gray.
Well, welcome to the crowd. I tried to do that just for men. So just a little bit, just a touch of gray.
Oh yeah.
And I mixed it wrong and just went full black again. And I have had a full black beard since I was in my 20s, right? But it went full black again, and the rest of me's like, that don't match. So I was like, dang it. So now wife said I gotta leave it alone. So anyway, real quick, November 6th, guys, we're going to be down at Tub Creek Event Center. We got comedian let me see if I get all these right. Comedian Richard Montano. If you follow anything to do with W Entertainment, you know who he is. Typhoon Panda is going to be there. Okay. David Scott, the winner of the very first annual WO Last Comic Standing. He won the trophy. Matter of fact, if you forgot, I don't know, you have to live under a rock to forget who David Scott is. But if you forgot, here he is right here. He won the very first.
Oh, yeah.
That's him. He's very funny. He's got his own brand of comedy. If you like dad jokes, he's your Huckleberry. Okay. We got him. We got a female coming in there, Sean Hill. Go look her up on YouTube. Sean Hill. S-E-A-N Hill. Funny comedian. Jeff Onyx, he's going to be there. He's going to run sound and he's going to tell some of his goofy jokes, funny face he makes. And of course, I'm going to be there as well. We got 2 bands. We got Mixology. They're going to be at 7 o'clock. All right. So if you want to hear some good, outstanding music, these guys can play. You know, from around, they've been around the area. They're from Maysville. They play lots of honky tonks places around here. It's outlaw country, southern rock. They jam. At 10 o'clock, you're going to have Reality Becomes. They jam. They're a little heavy metal band, heavier metal band, I should say. And they'll rock your world. The guys, they're very good at what they do. They're excellent. So that's the lineup. Okay. We're also going to have several raffles. And as you all know, this is one of them right here. Justice Snodgrass made that. It's in-house right now. This thing is excellent. It's thick. Got a nice walnut handle on it. It is sharp. You can tell when I move my hand around it so I don't get cut. Okay. Beautiful. And the mare's head isn't had. Mare, that's got some weight to it, does it not?
It does.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it. It's a good looking knife. Also from an anonymous donor. He doesn't want his name known. This right here is a knife. It's I believe he told me it's deer, and then it's got oak, and it's made of a big fan blade. One of them big. He's a sawmill.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This thing is it's kind of like a caping tool. When you're coming down like this, you meant to roll it, and that's how you peel the hide off of an animal. Okay. And it's got a little sheath to it. It's, like I said, it's not a whole lot, but it's pure leather. This thing is pure leather. So these are going to be for raffle. And we also got other things coming. I think we got an axe coming, maybe another knife coming as well from Webfoot Forge. So come on out there, guys. I might donate a bench. I might donate a bench to you guys, to the cause, and have them raffle off as well. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take this opportunity to brag a little bit. I made a bench for the Kansas City Royals, and let me see if I can find it here. If I upload it, I don't see. I must not upload it. Anyway, I made a bench for the Royals. It's a locust bench. It was flat. It was I carved KC Royals on it. All right. Typhoon Panda, I gave it to him so he can have it. So he can put it up for donation. Frank White, who plays for the Royals, signed it.
That's cool.
Frank Wright, who plays for the Royals, signed it. I got a photo of him signing it. I can't believe it's not uploaded on. I guess too stupid or whatever to didn't get it in there right. So anyway, he signed it, and that's cool as heck. And that just shot the price up on it. Those of you who don't know Frank White, he's when the Royals won the World Series in 1985, he was one of the members of the team. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. And one more thing here real quick. I got right here, Dream Catchers. Equine, they got a lot of horses and let people ride horses. And we're going to, the 5th annual Chili Cook-Off, Saturday, September 25th. They have, there's going to be a Webfoot Forge knife in that. It's going to be, they got lots of things they're going to auction off for that. I'm in it. W Entertainment has entered the chili cooking contest. They want to play with me. They want to call me out, throw down the gauntlet. I'm coming. My chili's going to be so hot, you look at it and your sphincter jumps out your back and runs across the floor. All right. If you can't eat ghost peppers or Carolina Reaper, don't talk to me. Shut your pie hole. Okay. Shut up. So that's what's going to happen. But also, I'm going to be auctioneer for that dough. So I'm going to go in there, auction it off, and make sure that we have a good time. So
and you said Levi Garrison's son's going to be putting on the beer.
Yes, right. Levi Garrison's putting on the beer.
Good beer.
He's bringing a couple kegs, I think, mm-hmm. And he's going to sit there and serve it. So it's $5 to get in on November 6th. $5 to get in. But once you get in, you can buy the barbecue because Tub Creek's bringing the barbecue down for that too. And whatever he charges for the beer, it won't be much. Hey, all the money's coming back to us anyway. So whatever, buy as much as you want. If he says if that's not enough, he'll send somebody to Hamilton, grab another keg, and bring them back. So, and we're gonna start at 5:00. Doors gonna open. The event starts at 5:30 and goes all the way to midnight. So
Wow.
come down there early, get you to see a guy, see who you want. Comedians are just gonna be performing, and it's gonna be a nice thing there. Dean Cerny, oh, I like beer. It's hard to press to find a veteran who don't like beer, Dean.
Yeah, the Levi Garrison's son put on Zach's Wheat beer. It's named after Zach Wheat around the Colby County area. Anyway, was my favorite, so recommend anybody to try that one. They're pretty strong. You don't want to get too many of them under you, though.
Well, that's yeah. So, Merritt, talk about what do you think about his knife, real quick? Why?
That knife's pretty cool. Makes you want to have to see how many times you can stick it in something.
Don't you just get that? You just want to just
Throw it at something.
yeah, or chop or
Yeah.
something, man. It's
Yeah.
good. He did a good job on it. He
Sure
really
did. That looks like fun. And he's getting ready to go on a show or challenge, isn't he?
He is. We're going to have him on before he goes on there.
I seen him doing a little of his promoting on it, so that's a pretty good deal.
Well, he's you catch him all over YouTube and
Yeah,
TikTok. That's what I'm trying to think.
yeah, he sent me a couple links on it. Check out stuff. So
Yeah.
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, he's getting real good. All right, guys, we're going to get into some of our top 10s today. Now, this top 10 here is a last-minute entry because I'm kind of upsetting myself. I didn't know Sean Connery died.
Oh, did he?
He died last year, so you didn't know either. Did you know that? Yeah, he died on Halloween last year.
Really?
And no one sent me a memo telling the pimp that Sean Connery died.
Huh. I didn't.
I did his voice for years. Sean Connery's voice. Loved the guy. I always wanted to meet him. So I said, well, you know what? I'm going to see where he's going to be. I want to go meet him. I got to look at him like, oh, I guess I ain't meeting him. Why? I said, why ain't you meeting him? Because he's dead.
How old was he? Dude?
90 years old.
Oh.
Died in the Bahamas. Pissed me off. I was upset. I almost cried. Almost. So we're going to do top 10 of his movies.
Okay.
Top 10 Sean Connery movies. Now, Mary, if you remember, this is a website we make fun of. The top 10's website.
Sure.
We don't agree with it. Here in a minute, we got a special thing for it. But all right, number 10, Thunderball. That's the same expression I got when I read it. Number 9, Sean Connery. Best Sean Connery movie. From Russia with Love.
I think that's a James Bond one, wasn't it?
That's one of his Bond series ones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're shaken, not stood.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, The Rock, which I watched that this weekend.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that's a good one. My wife hates him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she said he's obtuse and he's just, oh, she got a whole bunch of things she says about him. I'm thinking, that's not very nice. Sean Connery's a cool dude. I mean, Nicolas Cage is a cool dude, but she don't like him. Yeah, I don't know why. A lot of women, you like Nicolas Cage?
Arrogant.
See? A lot of women think the same thing.
Actually, so I did live in Shreveport for a minute, and Shreveport, Louisiana is known for being called Little Hollywood.
Right.
All the actors and actresses always go there.
Uh-huh.
He's one of the big ones that always go there.
Right.
Everyone hates him. Very arrogant,
Wow.
never tips, just very
Wow.
egotistical.
I missed that because, I mean, I like some of his movies like Con Air. I mean, he my wife, though, she just don't like it. If he's on, she'll go in the other room. Something, a lot of women are like, I didn't know that. I'm going to have to tell her that Jessica agrees with her. Number 7, The Untouchables. That's with Kevin Costner. Prohibition days. That's a good movie. Number 6, The Man Who Would Be King. I don't even know what that one is. Number 5, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was even in that one.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4 is Goldfinger, another one of his James Bond. Yeah, and I think he was the best Bond, by the way.
Yeah.
I really do. Number 3, Dr. No,
That a Bond?
the Bond movie. Mm-hmm. Number 2, I've never heard of this one. It's called he's in this with Trevor Howard called Offense. The Offense.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Mayor, what do you think number one is of all the Sean Connery movies?
I don't know.
Entrapment.
Entrapment?
Entrapment. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That's
All right.
his best one.
All right, Jessica says Entrapment. Here we go. Number one is The Hill. She gave the same look. I don't know what the. I don't know. That's why this website's kind of messed up. But
Yeah.
I've never even heard of The Hill. So now, and he looks awful young in this. Looks like he looks awful young in that one.
Yeah.
So that was the. That was the top 10 at the last second for our buddy Sean Connery, who passed away. That just caught me off guard. I didn't know what to do. All right, this next one, it's stupid because when you think of random things to do, what do you think of, Mr. Mayor?
Well, that's pretty much sums up my day altogether. I mean, put a bunch of random things together.
I bet you not one of these right here makes your list,
Okay.
Mr. Honorable Mayor,
All
sir.
right. What we got for
Number 10, deliberately sing the wrong words to a song.
Oh, yeah. I've done that. Oh, yeah.
Number 9,
There's a bathroom on the right. Haven't you ever heard that?
start a sing-along on the bus.
Haven't been on a bus. I mean, for
For so long, yeah.
for long, yeah.
Number 8, put staples through everything you can find on your brother's desk.
No, I haven't done that.
I don't even know where that even come from. Number 7, stand in the corner of someone's garden, facing the corner, and pretend that you're peeing on their prized roses.
No, I can't say I've done that one.
I think Jessica's lost for words over there. The hell kind of shit she come to today? Number 6, make someone jump.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, that should be a little higher than 6. But number 5, have a food fight. Fun, random things to do is have a food fight. Somebody got to clean that up.
Yeah.
Number 4, put itching powder in your mother's hairdryer.
Mm.
I don't feel like dying.
Mm.
Who somebody's had to do these to be on the list. Someone's had to do them.
I put those hot wax peppers, cut them
Right.
off.
Right.
This is kind of a funny story. Down there at the Lake of the Ozarks every year, we go down for snagging.
Okay.
And my dad usually sends us down there with a big bag of these hot peppers. Well, you know what happens when you're cutting up peppers and preparing your meal and you're drinking a lot of beer. You have to pee.
All right.
Well, after doing that, you come across them diving in the lake because you just can't get over the pain of it. Well, with about a half a bag of those peppers left, you're kind of the last man to go to sleep type of deal there. We got my little brother one year. We put it underneath his deodorant real good. And to the point to where his armpits swelled. He had to walk around with his armpits up for an hour or two after that. But, I think that'd be a little bit better than itching powder and
Your mom's hairdryer.
Yeah.
That's just the way to die.
Yeah.
Your mother would. There's going to be a case of child abuse. Dean so far says cow tipping is on his list,
cow tipping.
and sew your buddy's pant legs together at the bottom. That's tie the shoes. That's hilarious
Yeah.
shit. All right, number 3. Accidentally knock an elderly person into supermarket freezers.
Oh, no.
Around here, you get
I
shot.
I don't think I'll do that one.
That ain't even on my list.
No.
I'm the guy that gets the guy that did that and whips his ass.
Yes.
I'm that guy. It's funny though. Number 2, pause your TV on sports and capture the funniest facial expression. All right.
No.
All right. And the number 1, top 10 random fun things to do. Give a security guard the runabout or the runaround. Give a security guard the runaround.
I don't know.
All right, Mayor.
That guy's top 10 ain't too good.
How many of these are you good for so far?
I'm good for, nah, not very many.
Well, I think there was one on there.
One, maybe.
Maybe food fight, but depending on where it was. But, make someone jump. That's about
Yeah. That usually happens when they're dozing off in their vehicle and you drive on the vibrating shoulder. That's
all right. This next one proves how controversial this website is. Because we're gonna do this website, then I'm gonna go on another website and show you the real answers. Okay. This one right here is I don't know, take me a second to get the animals in the animal kingdom, animals with the strongest bites.
okay. I watched Animal Planet. I might be good at this one.
You might get this one here.
I might get this one.
Some of these you will, some of these you won't. Some of these they need to pay attention to the question. Okay. Oh man, if I can get my head right here. This website jumps around. It's aggravating. You get to writing something on there that it jumps away. Yeah.
Strongest bite, huh?
Yes, the strongest.
Now, does it break it down to
bite force?
Does it break it down between mammal, amphibian?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good. All right. I got
this website doesn't so much, but the other one will.
I got 2 answers.
You might get these right, America. You're an educated guy.
I don't know about an educated guy. I just dozed off a time or two to a few Animal Planets.
Some of them are very intriguing to watch.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now this top 10's list, this list right here, I don't agree with the order. Okay. All right. Number 10, the American alligator.
Sure.
Okay. It should be on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, grizzly bear. Number 8, polar bear. Number 7, gorilla. Gorilla must bite harder than I think it bites because it's on both of them. Number 6, Bengal tiger. Number 5, jaguar.
A lot of cats.
According to this list, yeah. Number 4, the Nile crocodile, mate. Okay. Number 3, saltwater crocodile.
Okay.
So now you're getting the amphibians out of the way here.
I still got
Number
one.
2, spotted hyena.
Yeah, I was gonna say hyena would be up there.
And number 1 on this list is the hippo.
Really?
Yeah, that's number 1 on this list right here. So, discuss what you think about that real quick. Well, I'll go ahead and.
Well, I figured a hyena would be close to second. I'd say that. I would say the alligator snapping turtle would be the first.
Alligator snapping turtle is not on the regular list.
But I can see hippos. Have you ever watched a hippo eat a watermelon?
Oh, I've seen that on the thing. Yeah,
just crunched him.
Just
like nothing. But yeah, I thought surely a turtle would be on.
Here, I'll just do it on my phone. My tablet sucks. I'll just have to redo it off here. I was wondering. Here, I can just do that. Oh, I can't. Get out. Get away now. All right. Let's do it this way. I'm going to go to the regular side here. This is from a British site. They do a lot of research on animals. I type slow, so I apologize. Okay. But one thing that it wasn't on there was the dog. Okay, you hear a lot of people talk about the pit bull.
Yeah.
No,
No,
matter of fact,
it's
pit
not.
bull ain't even the hardest biting dog.
No.
Okay, so no, it wouldn't be on there. All right,
Or wolf. Wolf wasn't on there either.
no, wolf bite is hard, but it was not on there. No. All right, let me see if I can get it here. One of these, this side here will give me. Can't even find the damn thing now. Have it all lined up anyway. Dadgummit. Well, anyway, it was not. Hyena was like 7th, 8th. There wasn't any bears on it. Okay, here we go. Saltwater crocodile
Mhm.
has bites out of 4,000 pounds.
Mhm.
4,000 pounds per square inch. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Forgot about the dinosaurs. 10,000.
Wow.
I can't even say this damn word. Deschnuus. 20. It's a looks like an old alligator or old crocodile, old
Yeah.
time one. It's a 20,000.
Wow.
20,000. And number one,
Megalodon.
Megalodon shark, 40,000. Now, I know what you're saying. There's no Megalodon around. No, but if there were, I'd hate to get bit by one. I'll tell you that right now.
They'd probably just eat you whole.
Yeah,
If
well, they
they're
were so
40 feet big. I mean,
they were. They had a shark they call Colossus. I seen a thing about it on the Shark Week, and he was like 16 feet. They said it was the longest shark on record right now, which I think there's one longer than that. But he was huge. When he opened up his mouth, they said he could put a Volkswagen in his mouth.
oh no shit.
So put a Volkswagen in the shark's mouth. You can have all that you want.
Wow.
I believe I pass. You know.
Yeah, I know those whale sharks or basking shark, whatever they are. They're equivalent to or similar in size to many of the megalodon sharks, but they're all, they eat plankton or.
Number 5 on the list was a hippopotamus.
So, okay, so that was first on the last list.
All right. Number 6, here they're popping up. I knew it'd give them a second. All right, let me go back up here and start over again here. I knew it'd find it. All right. Number 10 on here, on their list, is English Mastiff at 500 PSI. He's not even the hardest biting dog, but 500 pounds compared to spotted hyena at number 9, which is 1,000 pounds.
Doubled.
Okay. Now it starts to go on the gorilla, 1,000 pound. Number 8.
Is that the same as a hyena?
Yeah. 7, polar bear, 1,200 PSI. But that's a lot right there.
Uh-huh.
Then your jaguar is number 6 on this list. You have 1,500 pounds.
They gotta be. Have you ever seen a jaguar just jump off a tree onto a gator and pack it?
Yeah. They're
They have to have a bite just to get through that armor of a gator.
they're incredible animals. Look at them. I mean, you can look at the muscle on the side of the cat's head. They're pretty impressive. And they swim too, so they're pretty formidable. Number 5 is a hippopotamus at 2,000 pounds. Number 4 is a saltwater croc. Number 3 was a T-Rex. On down from there. So you've seen how you get one website where it goes
Sure.
right, that people's opinion, and then where it really goes.
Well, I figured it would be something, strongest bite with living animals as of today.
Yeah, well,
I mean, there's probably a whole website for that one too.
yeah, but when you say the strongest bite force ever, and I'm surprised the dog even made that list there because,
You have a Mastiff.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, now they bite hard, but they're still not the strongest biting of all. Now, we're going to get into where we at? No, we can do. We'll hold off on Pimps Pet for a little bit longer. We'll hold off on that for a little longer. We've had some dead air time, so we want to fill it. All right, so we got the top 10s done out of the way. Let's talk about what's the next step for the fun things. I know they how the tractor pull go. Have you guys had that yet down at the fairgrounds? I've seen something big was coming in there.
Tractor pull's coming up. They got J.C. Penney Days and Birthday Bash coming up here in September. That'll be a pretty good one.
All right.
During the 4th of July, they had they got the Levi and Garrison and Sons putting on the .1 marathon. Basically run a block for a fundraiser. So that would be a fun one. During July 3rd, they had the first, color run out there at the fairgrounds, which that was kind of a fun deal. One kid done it around 23 minutes, I want to say. It was 3.7 miles. He done it in 23 minutes. So,
oh, wow.
Ryan McIntosh was his name. If you see him at high class, compliment him on it. He's a pretty good kid that works up there. So pretty good athlete. But no, they got some fun stuff coming up. The Chamber of Commerce and Park Board and all that stuff are coming up with some different ideas. They're wanting to redo the tennis courts. They're wanting to get ideas of stuff and topics for what they should do with them. They've had several different ideas. Pickleball is one of them. I think, have you ever played pickleball?
I have. The name's funny to me, pickleball. Yeah. But people love it. It's a good gathering. Yeah. People bring it in.
Outside, it'd be perfect.
Right?
It'd be perfect. So.
I had an idea. Maybe I should be fun to do sometime. I'm admitting I'm stealing this idea. I think maybe I ought to have a home run derby.
Home run derby, yeah.
That'd be cool because people want to see people drive a ball, out there. That'd be cool to have
sure.
Maybe like a local merchants all get together and have a home run derby and who can get the most home runs. And that'd be cool. All right, the elephant in the room. Is Hamilton going to a mask mandate? No. Okay.
Nope.
Good. All right, I told you all we get to this, and we did now. Mayor, you being a leader of a fine town, fine city, how do you think this mask mandate's gone? How do you think it's all been handled properly or not? Since it broke loose, what, 2 years ago now, a year ago? Mm-hmm. Okay, and to me, it's got worse. But what do you think? Has it been handled right? I want you to answer as a leader.
We as Americans and we as individuals and humans don't like to be told what or how to do anything. That's just in your blood, in your nature. Whether it be staying in, whether it be quarantining yourself, whether it be any of that, nobody likes to be told what to do. That's just the American in you. You're not going to tell me what to do. I pay my taxes, so on and so forth. I live my life I want. That's the mentality of everybody. As far as all this COVID stuff, my opinion of it is solely and truly my opinion, not to be taken for legal advice or anything, but protect yourself. I mean, that's protection equipment, PPE, if you're an elderly person, and you go to church and you if you're comfortable wearing a mask, wear a mask. If you're vaccinated and don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. I mean, it's your choice. It's right. Everybody's different on it. Nobody has had to deal with any of this before, so there's really no right answer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my opinion. It's a virus, and how can you get a vaccine for a virus? If that's the case, why haven't they had an AIDS virus years ago? And now all of a sudden, within 6 months, we're going to come up with a vaccine, and it's going to be, the vaccine. Now they got boosters. Now they got variants. Now, I mean,
now they got it where people took the shot and they're still getting the damn virus.
Sure, Livingston County was a high reinfection rate over for people being vaccinated. Gallatin even had high numbers. Protect yourself, people. Wash your hands. Stay away from people. Don't,
I will say that a lot of things are made about how former President Trump handled everything. Okay. Looking back now, it ain't got any better where it is. It's still here. We still got this current president still threatening to shut down the economy.
Here's the deal. How many trillions of dollars have they spent since then?
Right.
Trillions of dollars. And now it's infrastructure. Okay.
Right.
Now we're concerned about infrastructure and concerned about America.
And I read that today, his thing. If that's true, that would be a great thing for us. Sure. F him. He stole the idea from Trump anyway. Sure. But that would be a great idea because Missouri, we need
bridges
and roads bad. Okay. And we also need to be able to get a freaking internet service. I mean, a lot of your rural people here are at a disadvantage. If they need internet service, they're screwed.
There's one coming.
Okay. Yeah. So that needs to be that all the rural guys need to have equal playing field. But here's the deal with they scared you about COVID. Okay. Now they're saying the uncovid and the vaccinated and unvaccinated, they're trying to pin us against each other. Okay. I'm of this mind about it. I ain't getting a shot. That's my choice. If you got a shot, that's your choice. Okay. But here's the deal. You can't tell me, and this is what they're trying to tell us. They're saying the shot will prevent you. First, they came out and said the shot will prevent you from getting it. Well, obviously, we know that's not the case. Okay. Then they said the mask will help you from getting it. Mask. Listen, if people wear glasses.
I got a question. If you're wearing a mask and they're supposed to be, functioning and stuff, you can still smell perfume through masks.
You can smell fart through them too.
Farts. You can do any of that stuff.
Here's the deal. You know why? Because here's a piece of evidence. If you wear glasses and your glasses fog up, that mask don't seal right. Yep. The ones we had in the military, you couldn't smell a fart and it wouldn't fog up on the inside because it was sealed properly. Stuck to your face with nothing getting in. Temperature, nothing. It was all the same thing in there. Okay. So they're not working. They haven't worked. Now they tell you now that people are getting this shot, and when I heard them got it, they're still getting sick. They're telling you no one's dying. That's a big load of crap. My cousin died last week. I had a cousin, Dale Ann Graham, rest in peace. She died last week. She was an advocate of getting that damn shot. She was an advocate of wearing that mask all the time. She had COVID 2 days, killed her. Quick, bang. Wow. Doctor said they never seen nobody die so quick in her life. So then they say, well, if you get the shot, you'll have less pain. If you get it, you'll have less nausea. How the hell do you know? How do you know? How can you look at the mayor here and say, Mr. Mayor, if you get a shot, we promise you when you get COVID again, all you're going to have is a headache. They don't know that. They don't know your makeup. They don't know, what if you take and get violently ill again? What good did it do?
When you put that stuff in your body, you can't come back out.
No. And I didn't take it. It wasn't because I'm conspiracy theory and all this crap. I don't know if they put trackers in your body or not. I'm not going to.
I think the tracker's in your body is right here. And
everybody's got them anyway. See right here? This is your tracking system.
Yeah.
They know where you are. If you don't believe me, sometime when you're sitting at home, say something and then go look it up later on. And I bet it's at the top of your feed.
I got an interesting story about that. Go ahead, though.
It'd be tough. But I don't believe in the trackers because they can't get good of internet service now to track somebody. I mean, what are they going to do? Track? You go through a cave, you can stand there. Where'd he go? They don't know. Okay. Yeah. I don't get it because of one reason. The 2 times in my life I've ever taken the flu shot, I've got violently, deathly sick. I shouldn't say deathly. I didn't die, but I'm so sick. Doctor's like, it's impossible. Bullshit. It happened to me twice. Once in the Marine Corps, once in the National Guard. I told him, lick balls. I ain't doing it again. No, I don't get sick. I haven't been sick in 25 years of anything. I just don't get sick. I got a great immune system. Am I saying that it kills COVID? I don't know. I haven't got COVID. I'm an entertainer. I've been out amongst people several times. Never one time, not even someone's had a headache. It should be my choice. Don't take my choice away from me. There's a gentleman who got it.
And a person shouldn't be judged on their choice either.
That's true. That's correct. There's a guy that got it like me, never was sick. He got it. He died from the COVID shot.
Yeah.
So they can't tell me it will or it won't save your life. It's not. This thing ain't even working. How about we let it run its course? How about everybody get it once?
It all goes back to you can't tell people what to do because, if they just let it die down, miraculously, the numbers in flu shots and flu and all that are almost extinct.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah.
But if people would just let it, if you're infected and you are,
Yeah, that's another thing. Now, according to CDC, if you get the vaccine, you are a super spreader. People that are vaccinated are spreading the damn thing around. It said in the Fox 4 News, Channel 5, 41 and 9. And it would be true. I mean, it got to happen because they wouldn't report it if it didn't. Because they're trying to shut it all up. I think everybody's a spreader. You want to know the truth about it? I think if I get it, I'd spread around. My wife calls me one of them guys that I wouldn't get sick, but I'd make you sick. A carrier. That's what I'm trying to think of. I'm a carrier. How do you know? I don't know. But Mary, I agree with you 100%. This right here is a tracking device, boys. I guarantee you. And how you know your car ain't?
Well, here's an interesting story. Everybody loves technology. Everybody loves, XM radio. Take this, for example. I signed up for XM radio on my car that was expired and was told I was going to get an Echo Dot, free Echo Dot. It'll tell you you can listen to your XM radio inside your house any time of the day. You can put on your hair bands or you can put on your classic vinyl, whatever it is, all day long. So for 3 or 4 months, I've been waiting for this Echo Dot to show up, and it never showed up. And I would call this company, Sirius XM, and I'd say, "Is this some sort of promotion?" I said, at the time I was in sales, and I said, "Come on, guys." I said, "This is some sort of gimmick. You got me for $60 a year for this. Where is this?" Eventually, it showed up. Okay, and little box about the size of a coffee cup. I plug it in, take the stickers off, plug it in there, and it was charged, and you let it charge. Well, then you can say, "Alexa," and it'll speak to you. Well, in order to activate it, it said to me that one day, it says, introduced itself and everything, and it says, "Are you wanting to proceed with your card ending in 1359?" And I thought, 1359. I thought, is this somebody, I checked, and sure enough, I got out and I got an old credit card that had 1359 in it. And I thought, this is crazy. This is already knows, haven't even had it plugged in 15 minutes. It already knows what credit card I got. So I turned it off, put it back in its box, tucked it away in a closet, forgot about it. But it was just kind of, creepy that it would know. And I got a statement in the mail the other day about this credit card, and it said, zero balance. Don't know anything. Just want to let you know. And by this time, I don't even have this card. I could already cut it up and cancel it, but I was still getting billing statements on it. But this paper was in black and white. It wasn't like your Capital One that was colored and printed out in colored ink. This is in black and white. And these people wanted to know my date of birth, my social. They wanted me to take a picture of an ID and send it to them. All this, they wanted to know all this information. And I argued with them for longer than I should have, about 10 minutes, just to tell them that I did not want this accessed anymore. I don't want to, if I don't have the card, I shouldn't have a billing statement sent out. So anyway, there's some stuff going on that I'd say out there that we definitely don't know about, and Alexa and putting those things in your homes, I'd be kind of leery on.
Yeah, I'm not getting one of those. And I tell you something, I've heard a lot of stories about the OnStar system.
Oh yeah.
They can listen to the conversation, and the word I got from a guy who he's not known for bullshitting was they were going down the road. He was on the phone talking to someone, and the guy brought up a bag of weed. Okay. Next thing you know, it's three blocks down the road. He went to the store. As soon as he came out from the store, he went another 2 blocks. The cops put him over, checking for weed.
Wow.
And he just got OnStar put in working again in his vehicle. So, and again, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, another thing that's kind of creepy too are all these cameras on all these devices, computers. Whenever I was going up there to Trenton to college, this one guy swore up and down. He says, we took, this is back whenever we had America Online and all those
Right.
discs crap, And he swore up and down. He says, I put a piece of masking tape over my camera because the people can't watch me while
Yeah,
I'm
yes.
on certain programs and stuff.
Yes, yeah. Dr. Phil had a big thing about that. And we like Dr. Phil or not, he had a huge. It was 3-day deal. If Dr. Phil was over 3 days, he's serious about it. And he had some undercut people to prove it. He hired an actress, and she got down into her underwear, and she walked around the house. All of a sudden, her computer would turn on. She didn't turn it on, right? Okay. Same time every night, because they knew what time she got undressed. So they brought a big chubby guy in there, big old hairy chubby guy, walk around there, camera blink, and never come on. It would never come on when he was in the room. That one time to check him, and then it'd never come on. Okay. As soon as she come back in there, it would come on again. Because the laptop, you sit there, people leave them on, they don't shut that. Just because you shut it, it's not off.
I like Dean's comment there. That's a good one. 1950s, I don't want a phone because the government bug it and can listen to my conversations. Today, hey, bug, how many eggs do I need to make pancakes? It's true. It's true. Sad, but true.
It's yeah. I would like to get an app on my phone that I could change the voice on my maps. Instead of that woman on the maps, I'd like to get with someone, and if I could make a mistake, somebody cuss you out or something, that'd be hilarious to do. But all right, we're gonna get into Pimp's Pets. Now, you had the privilege of seeing Pimp's Pet a while ago, for everybody else did.
Mm-hmm.
Today's Pimp's Pet is the Goliath tigerfish. Now, I don't know about you, but anything with the name Goliath in it, and this is a picture of Jeremy Wade. Also, go give him his credit. There's Jeremy Wade. Look at the teeth on this thing. How would you like to have your hand wrapped around that deal?
No.
That's a hard no. That's what that is.
Yeah,
Look at that. My God.
And that guy catches him with a rod and reel.
That guy's half silly. It's what he is. He was in Missouri. He was in South Missouri. I went down to meet him, but he was already gone.
Oh, is that when he was doing the
Bagnell Dam? Yeah. You're looking for that big catfish. By the way, he found, when the camera wasn't rolling off air, he found that giant catfish down there.
Did he?
Yeah, and they had witnesses to prove it. It was just too bad he couldn't do it on camera. But the Goliath tigerfish, also known as the giant tigerfish, or Mbenga, that must be the word where it's from, is a very large African predatory freshwater fish, the family of Alistia. First of all,
what do they
freshwater
eat?
fish, my teeth, anything
and everything.
Yeah, whatever they want. Look at the jaw on that thing. You can see the mouth on the. Look at that. That's impressive.
And those natives and stuff swim down around that stuff.
Oh yeah. That's a hard no. It looks like a carp with teeth. Look at that thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's found on the Congo River Basin, Upura River, and the Tanganyika River. A study published in 2011 revealed several clades in this region, suggests that a higher tigerfish species than traditionally recognized. If confirmed, this would be strict Goliath to the Congo River Basin, 4 additional species, and 3 undescribed species. You kidding me? Appear to be present in the basin. I'm not swimming in none of them basins. Not a one of them. Appear to be present in the lake also. Their diet. You want to know what they eat?
Yeah.
Here we go. Their diet. Feeding on any fish it can overpower, including smaller fish. When hunting, this fish uses the calmer eddies of the rapids and to ambush its prey, using its keen sight to distract prey. Excuse me. When a target is noticed, the fish accelerates to chase it down. The Nile crocodile is the only known predator of the mature Goliath tigerfish.
Wow.
So only a fish that we probably had on top 10. Only thing we had on top 10 to mess with was the crocodile.
That'd be a fun one to bow hunt, bow fish with.
Yeah. Yeah. Wife asked me, she goes, "Honey, you like to fish? What would you do if you caught that fish?" That's a fish, guys, where you cut the bait.
Yeah.
You cut the line and restring the damn line. I'll go back in the comments here. I didn't catch these comments. I see them piling up there. All right. Dean, the kind of fish you stock your pond with to get rid of the gators.
Yeah, that's a northern pike on meth.
Yeah, northern pike on meth. Yes. And pike hell.
You know, I was years ago. I went down there chartered fishing in Fort Lauderdale, and I recommend anybody to try that. But on the way coming back there, the tour guide was real cool. Gave you a tour of Lee Major's house, Scottie Pippen's, Oprah Winfrey's yacht, and you got to see Hulk Hogan's big yellow Hulkamania yellow boat,
right,
going out there. But on the way back, I was just trolling and caught a barracuda. And it's kind of similar to that with its teeth where they interlock. And they literally had to take a club and club that fish because while it was in the bottom of the boat, it can come up there and get the bottom of your leg if you ain't looking. And if you can imagine teeth like that, locking onto your foot and interlocking.
No, I couldn't. No, ain't having none of that. Zero of that. Yeah, no. If people want to run out there and decide that they want to hunt that fish, I got one for you here. Here, this is what this one.
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back to you. We tried to reach out to the man.
Yeah, he's dead. Mess with that fish and you'll be the same way. Anyway, that's Pimp's Pet there today. So glad y'all can enjoy that. Got about a little under about 27 minutes left to go on the show today. Here with the mayor of Hamilton, Missouri. And guys, Hamilton's really come a long way since, I've lived there for a long time now. And I've lived around the area all my life. And Hamilton's come a long way. And we got one of the guys right now that's leading the charge in Hamilton. He's working on getting better roads. He's working on keeping gas prices low. He's working on where a guy can live in the town, afford to pay his bills, and maybe have some money to do something with for their family. And a lot of people are proud of that fact that you're doing that, Mayor, and you mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell that by the election. When you won by a landslide, it was an ass kicking. Okay, you laid the smack down on some people. Okay, and you did a good job.
Well, thank you, appreciate it. And it was really the people that, I believe in letting them voice their opinion and have their say on stuff. Meeting with them, making appointments, having coffee with them.
Yeah.
Getting out and being seen, and that's what I was trying to accomplish to that. So.
Well, you did good. Some of the word on you was you didn't go and make somebody feel their ideas were stupid. You went in with everybody's got an idea. Let's talk about it. Let's get the best plan.
Sure.
And I've heard that from several other people.
Sure.
That have talked about you, and a lot of people are glad, and some people are mad because you're going to do X amount of terms.
There's no term limit. It's just every 2 years until I'm voted out.
Yeah, every 2 years you vote out.
But they got 2 alderman positions that are coming up here.
Who's leaving?
Well, I don't know if they're leaving or not. It would be one of them would be Keith Gilbert on.
I know Keith
on one side, and the other would be Cameron.
Not from Cameron. I know Keith though.
But anyway, yeah, it's a team effort. You got to have people that want better and better their town, and of course it's
You sure did come a long way. You've had several people. One of the complaints I had about, and it didn't come from anybody in Hamilton. Some lady's mother was in the nursing home there, and she passed on, and she didn't feel like the nursing home was getting the proper attention that it needed out there. Has anything like that come across your desk? You got any plans to help with that in that area, or can you even speak on it?
I've worked at that nursing home for 7 years. I started off as CNA, went to med tech, and then was their maintenance supervisor for the remainder part of the years. I had both my grandparents have passed away there. I had my grandma that passed away there in 2012.
Okay.
And then 2003, my grandpa passed away there. So both different sides of the family. But You know, just like anything in life, it all comes down to help. You know, you're only good as your help. A company's only good as their help.
Strong as
You
your
know,
weakest link. Yep.
Yes. You know, the veterans home, they're only good as their help. You know,
Which is falling apart now.
Yeah, I worked out there too, driving those old boys around. So
You did.
it
You did.
it's a touch situation, and everybody. I mean, just you know, we're going through the situation now whether we put my mother on hospice and or not. So right now it's just kind of me and my three brothers and my dad are trying to do the best that we can with what we got. So I don't. I mean, I haven't had anything like that come across my desk.
Okay. And it could just be one person's frustration.
Sure.
But if that's all they can think of to complain about, Hamilton's doing quite well.
Yeah.
You know, doing quite well. One more. What was the guy? Oh, the fishing. Kind of clears something up for us and some of the local listeners we have. Part of that lake is the city's responsibility, and part of it's not.
No.
Or is it none of it's the city's responsibility? What's the deal? Because one guy was out there fishing and he had the local PD. He didn't say how long ago this was. But local PD come out on that one side, on the golf course side, checking fishing license and telling them, they got to act a certain way. And then they go on the other side and do it. On the other side, I thought was a conservation department problem. What is that? What's going on?
I've never heard of any of the city police out there checking
Okay.
fishing license. I've seen conservation department out there, and sometimes maybe occasional sheriff department come if it's after hours.
Right.
But I've never heard of anything like that. Honestly, I mean, I fish out there, and it's really, I mean, they've cleaned so many. I'm a crappie fisher.
Okay.
That's my type of fishing.
Nice.
And they've cleaned so many of those out of there. They put in those stripers. Stripers are nice, but
but they're not crappie.
They're not crappie, okay. And they put the majority of those crappie in Smithville Lake. So
crappie's like the pit bull of fish. They fight. They get hard. Boy, the crappie are mean. The thing is about Smithville, they used to take all the big fish out of Hamilton Reservoir and put in Smithville. They did, because Hamilton Reservoir, and I've been told this by numerous conservation agents, the next state record bass is in that Hamilton Reservoir.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how big his fish. He said he was shocking them one time when they went to grab him, and one of them was like this long. He was just monstrous. Yeah. And several, he said, because he knew it. But so does Hamilton? Are they responsible for all the lake, or part of the lake, or none of the lake?
They own the lake out there, and they did a lease contract with the Lakeview Golf Course.
Okay.
Renewed it here recently. So
the city of Hamilton owns the lake?
Yes.
Okay, so they are responsible for the lake.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll make sure I pass that around, because you hear people think about it, they can't be out there and.
Now the people service who run the water department out there, they're subcontractors through the city.
Okay.
And it was just an individual at the water plant that was in charge of it all. But now with people services, they handle the water main breaks and all that stuff, which puts more emphasis of our guys on the streets fixing and doing what they got to do, and assisting with the water line project that's going on now.
Nice. Do me a favor though, since you're the mayor, tell them to weed eat near the edge a little more out there when you fish.
Oh yeah.
I can't. That drives me nuts. Weed eat a little more, damn it.
But realistically, then they had that flood, or they had that drought here years ago. You could almost walk all the way across from one side to the next.
I did. You come up on here. I probably shouldn't tell you that.
Yeah, no,
but it came up on here on me.
Yeah. And they did an aerial view of it, and the aerial view was showing that about the size of maybe smaller than a basketball court. And it was about 18 feet deep at that time.
Yeah, it was.
So with all that being said, that was a crisis, was water. Now we got the Little Otter Lake water line projects going. So we ought to have plenty of water for the entire county. So
no, the Little Otter Lake, I've been out by there twice. Since the governor cut the ribbon, they ain't did nothing out there, by the way.
They cleaned, they got, I'm not sure the contractor's name. They got a contractor out there that is mulching, taking out fence posts, taking logs. They have to leave even though it's going to be underwater, they have to mulch and put it back to where it's pristine.
Yeah,
with mulch and stuff. So
yeah, and now you're going to leave some of that brush and stuff for fish to hide in.
Yes,
yeah, they're going to have to do that. Yeah, I'm more. That's pretty cool.
We just need rain. I mean, that's what we're.
Well, we got a rain today. That was. kind of shocking.
Yeah.
What's supposed to hit it? It's going to be hot here in the state of Missouri for the next 3 days. 98 or 96, 98, 96. Anything above 80 to me is hot. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna bake. Guys, we got closing down the show here. We got a little bit of time left here with the mayor of Hamilton. What a great guy, man. Him and his woman are here in the studio with us. I don't mean to sound sexist, but I was told that's a sexist statement saying and his woman. I'm old fashioned, damn it. You know, that's his woman. Say something slick to her and see if he don't punch you in the face. Okay. That's his woman. All right. So anyway, they're here with us today and they're having a good old time reminiscing. I'm going to be coming over there again. I'm going to try to get a hold of somebody we're going to put on a show there. I'm trying to get into the,
We just at the American Legion. Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, I'm going to try to get back down in there and maybe the bowling alley.
Well,
That new owner, I talked to her once. I have not had the opportunity to talk to her very long.
Yeah. AMP Productions is the lady's name for the bowling alley down there now. And then Ed Weaverling, he was the commander in charge of the American Legion out there, but I believe he's taken a better, moved up in his position, and they're going to do a new.
Blackwell is, I think, the guy out there now.
Yeah.
I worked with him at the prison.
And we were planning the other day to do a community day to where we all come out and chip in and help clean the grounds and everything up.
When?
Well, we planned on it. 3 or 4 people showed up to it. The school mows it, so it was already done. Well, if you're doing a comedy show at that time, I would shoot for September, around the birthday bash, around the,
Yeah, we're gonna try to get in there. Either, like I said, either down at the bowling alley or maybe down there at the American Legion. I didn't realize it was pretty good. It's pretty spacious down at the American Legion down there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Mayor. You said you had a trivia question.
I did.
All right.
It's not really a tough one, but I was watching the show.
Okay. All right. We got some people tuning in finally. Guys, get ready. Dean, get ready. All right, Mayor, the floor is yours. Here's your trivia question. We're 10 entries.
Okay. The last time I was on the show, he had the blobfish, and of course he had the Goliath fish. So my trivia question: what is the largest body of water on the earth? And it's kind of interesting.
You know the answer, right?
Yep.
Okay. Right on that piece of paper. So that way, when somebody gets it, because Dean right now looking at it. Yeah, so we just lost a bunch of viewers because they're looking right now. Yep. There are about 300 people. Yep. All right. Yeah, well, it's like I said, while waiting on the answer here, we're going to try to get in down there and do that. And try to get back up at Chillicothe and make another round. We started a year of Chillicothe. Great people over there. A couple great venues over there. Blackwater Restaurant. Have you eaten there yet?
Sure.
Man, fabulous people over there. I'm going to go there and probably go back out to Good Time Charlie's. That guy's on me all the time.
Sure.
When you coming back?
He's a great guy.
When you coming back? Oh, relax, brother. COVID's got everybody scared.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Dean Cerny, the
Yep.
Pacific Ocean.
Yep.
That is correct. He's got another 10 entries. He's kicking ass in this mystery box. He won the second mystery box ever. The first one was Josh Kraser out of BV Nation. All right, our good friends out there. He won the very first one, so that's always going to be on record. Dean won the second one, so Dean's trying to be the first guy to win back-to-back mystery boxes. So he's going to try. And we'll be drawing the name November 6th at the show, Dean. So be ready, and we're going to try to go live on that, so that way there'll be no discrepancy who won. And I hope you win it, but don't be surprised if somebody with 32 votes, 32 entries wins that damn thing, you know. Spent 12 years in the Pacific, never hit the same place twice.
Yeah.
Probably not. It's huge. It's massive out there.
Yeah, it's definitely a different world out there. I seen a guy, I got a kayak this summer, and that seemed to be one of the top, things to do, get a kayak. And right before I got it, I seen a guy that was down there in Florida fishing off a kayak. And these are pretty good setup rigs down there. They're got little, you paddle them and you hold 3 or 4 rods in it. But this guy got drug out in the ocean 15 miles by this fish. And this boat that was following him was able to film what they could. And they got out there 15 miles. And of course, they ran out of gas. They called back in, to land to get more gas. And this guy proceeds to follow this, continue being drug out the ocean by this fish.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up getting him out there about 18 miles or whatever it is by the time they finally got gas and continued on filming them. And it was close to a 700-pound marlin that was on there.
I was going to say, I think it was marlin because that sounded like marlin behavior.
And when it jumped up, it was almost twice the size of that guy's kayak. But can you imagine that being drug out there that far? And when would you cut the line?
Well, I'm kind of curious. I'll try to pull. I don't want to see what it was.
Yeah, it was, and, the fish was stressed so bad that they couldn't hold it up or anything. They cut the line and let it loose. But yeah, definitely interesting. I hope I don't come across anything like that in mine.
The biggest fish I ever caught when I was a boy, and now this ain't an accurate weight. It was just somebody just guessing, but he's usually pretty good. And it was like a 20-pound carp.
Oh yeah.
I was 9 years old. I pulled me up out of my chair and I dug my heels into the ground. My stepdad had to wrap his arm around me and hold me back. That's how hard it was pulling.
Wow.
I wanted to cut the line. I kept yelling, Jaws, Jaws. He goes, not Jaws. Hold on that damn thing.
Yeah.
And I got all the way to the shore. And he went down to get it. It shook just enough, got off, but he got a good look at it, what it was. It was a 20-something plus pound carp. Scared the shit out of me.
Did you eat it?
No, he never got it. He shook the hook and got out. Well,
Have you ever ate carp though? I mean,
I have, yeah. I ate carp. A guy put it in the broiler.
Oh, really?
And he had to make the bones mush in order to eat them, because if you don't, you gotta sit there and pick every one of them.
Yeah.
Very good eating though.
Yeah.
Carp's delicious.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, I don't know.
A lot of work, and if I don't know if you know Lefty James.
I do.
He showed me how to clean those and prepare them. Took a spoon and took all the all the scales and everything off and scored it, and then put it and cooked it in cornmeal, and it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, you got to score it too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've eaten carp. I was catching carp at the Grand River, and this gentleman just down from me come up and said, "Hey, those are the splash. Did you catch fish?" I said, "Yeah, I caught 3 of them trash carp." He said, "Could I have them?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want them. Take them. So he took him over, and next thing I know, I seen smoke over there. He had fired up his grill.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was over cooking them. He brought down a plate and had some in. Very good. He liked Cajun spice and something else. It was delicious, man. Gar was delicious. But I've eaten my fair share. I love fish.
Yeah.
Fish are good. Fish are good.
That's my. I enjoy it.
Fish are real good. Dean said on here, there's a guy on a different channel that cascaded across the Atlantic. Kayaked. He can kayak all he wants to. I'm out. I ain't doing none of that. Zero of kayaking for me. Nope. Not gonna do it.
Taking a kayak down, Thompson River over by Trenton, going into Grand River and stuff. That's kind of questionable. My siblings have always talked about that over the years, but then we were talking about it one evening while I was down there at the lake. Come to find out, we were watching, I think it was one of those river monsters when it was talking about sharks being as far north as Chicago on the river.
Quincy, Illinois.
Yeah.
The bull shark. Yeah. Mississippi River. I can't live in Missouri. I wouldn't try. I wouldn't bet that.
I wouldn't want to find out of that.
No.
I mean that's.
Yeah, bull sharks, they go fresh water. Dean says too fat to kayak. That'd be top heavy. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Winding down, Mayor, man. Look, it's been exciting to have you here. Appreciate you coming in, man.
Appreciate you having me.
You guys, you're always welcome anytime. And when it comes time to running for mayor again, here's your platform, brother. You just come on in here and lay it down, however you want to do it. Appreciate you a lot. Again, you made Hamilton good. People enjoy Hamilton. You cleaned up a lot of problem. People too high water. You've made some improvements around here, and people appreciate that. People on here like it. When I advertise you're coming on, I get more people coming in. So good. People like you.
If there's anybody listening, there is a planning and zoning position available for anybody who would be interested in Hamilton. Submit a letter to City Hall if you want to be a part of change, make change. So
there you go, guys. There you go. Dean, I heard something about that. I questioned that. I don't know if I believe that or not. They said they caught a bull shark in the Ohio River. I don't know. I don't know, from everything I've got and everything I've seen, they've went up as high as Quincy, Illinois. So if they went out, I'm sure they went into Missouri somewhere. They said Missouri's too damn sooty for a shark to live in, but I wouldn't want to bet against it.
I don't know. Yeah,
But
that's
they can't say that it ain't, but they can't say they have. But I don't think anyone's ever been in Missouri River, but I know they went up to Mississippi all the way up to Quincy, but I don't know about Ohio.
if that's the one he's talking about. I believe that was back whenever they had a horse or something that was crossing the river and got eaten on the Ohio. Maybe I don't know.
Wow, I never heard about that. Never heard about that. Dean, you know anything about that? He said we need more mayors like you.
Appreciate that.
And he's a good dude. He's a good dude. Well, guys, you know where we're at. It's getting about that time. I'm going to cut off maybe 5 minutes early because I got things to do. But again, we're going over one more time here. I can't never pump these things out enough, guys. I'm going to be in Shawnee Mission, Kansas. I'm going to be headlining, right here. Roy Anthony, who you see every Tuesday here on Woe Entertainment and every Thursday here on Woe Entertainment. Dean, you know him. He's a good dude. You got 10 inches also for that coming up. But he's going to be his phone's driving me nuts. Okay, Roy Anthony is going to be hosting this event. We're going to be at Harley's Hideaway in Shawnee Mission, Kansas. Okay. Richard Montano, Typhoon Panda, and myself going to be on there Saturday, August 21st, 7 to 9, $10 tickets. All right. Here's the deal. They've got a special guy performing 5-7 minutes. He won their open mic contest up there. I've never met him. Okay, so he's won the open mic contest. He's going to be there. He's going to perform for us. He's going to open. So I'm interested in seeing how that worked out for him. So that's going to be taking place. November 6th. The flyers are still coming. Don's making the flyers right now for November 6th. But we're going to be at the Tub Creek Event Center in Cameron, Missouri. Tub Creek Event Center, Tub Creek Supply Barbecue. Okay. OVB Barbecue, Matt Brooks. We're going to be giving a Thanksgiving dinner away to a veteran in need in the family. Give it away. We're also going to try to give away a car. We're trying to get a car lined up to find somebody to donate a car, and we're donate for it to a veteran and try to get money to help pay for some taxes maybe on that. So donations are appreciated. Thank you very much. And down there also is going to be the brewery, Hamilton, Levi Garrison and Sons Brewery. These guys, you know them. Mm-hmm. The beer is excellent. Okay. I'm only going to have a couple because I got things to do, but you guys can have as much as you want. Come on down to Mary, you get in free if you want to come over. So we'll put that out there right now. If you and Jessica want to come over, you guys can get in free. Stay, hang out, watch some great comedians. Also, big thanks to His and Her Sports Gallery here in Cameron. They're making shirts, providing the shirts for us to wear there. Comedians. Richard Montano is going to be there. Roy Anthony might be there. It depends upon, if he ain't out in Hollywood yet. But anyway, Richard Montano, Sean Hill, Jeff Onyx, David Scott, Typhoon Panda, and myself. 6 comedians. Band at 7 o'clock. Mixology. Great band. If you're living around the area, you know who they are. Okay. I grew up a couple of them, matter of fact. At 10 o'clock, it's going to be Reality Becomes. Aaron, he's usually on here once in a while. He's going to be on here doing his thing. So you guys will be able to catch him. You'll be able to catch him live in person that day. November 6th, guys, don't miss that. We're raising money to help put some money in some people's pockets, help them out, get them through the hard time. It's hard being a veteran, at 22 a day. And I've been reading it's probably more than that now that commit suicide. So we're going to knock that crap off too. Go back to the comments here real quick. I haven't heard about that horse getting eaten.
Yeah, it was on some. It may not have been Ohio river, but it was up north.
Yeah, I'll let him know. We don't think it was you, Dean, because only comments left from earlier was yours. We was on a show earlier with Roy, one of our other hosts on our network, and got talking about COVID, and they started banning comments off there. They blocked like 25 comments off there. The next thing you know, it just shut us down. It just went off. We don't understand why it went off. It just went off. So censoring, guys, and they're censoring the hell out of you.
Sure they are.
You can only say what they want you to say, which ain't right to say. Okay.
I know somebody that said they're ready for a shot, which it was referring to whiskey, and then it had the COVID information plaque underneath of.
Yeah, because it said COVID shots.
And he wasn't even.
Yeah, Facebook. If you think they ain't listening, you're full of crap. Full of crap. So we got that coming up, guys. If you feel the need that you want to harm yourself, don't do it. I'd rather spend 3 hours talking to you, spend 30 minutes at your funeral. Okay. All of us, all of our veterans organizations, every show that you've watched on W Entertainment, every show you watch elsewhere, will tell you the same thing. We love you guys. We appreciate everybody except child molesters. We don't care if you hang yourselves, but if you're not a child molester, we care about you. We love you. Hey, look, we'll make you laugh. Okay. We've helped people laugh, stack day upon day. You know, you're laughing one day, the next day you're laughing again. And pretty soon you know how to handle one or two problems. The next thing you know, you get days stacked on days and you're not want to commit yourself. Doesn't hurt nobody but your family. Dean's put his number on here several times. Call him 24 hours a day. Jade, she's been on here. A lot of J-Dub, Justin's 2-time survivor. He'll talk to you. The mayor, if you're ever in the area and want to talk, he'll sit down and talk with you.
Oh, yeah.
He just said he buys people coffee. You know he's got coffee money on him. He just admitted it. He's got coffee money. So enjoy the time.
Sure.
There's no sense killing yourselves, guys. We love all you guys. We need you around. We need you guys around to help. This world's going to crap, and we need some good thinking people around here to stop all this crap. So that being said, guys, we're going to call it a night. On behalf of the mayor, everyone here at W Entertainment and W Radio, Redneck Pimp, we appreciate you all showing up tonight. And I know during the week you guys will watch this. When you're watching during the week, if you got a comment, go ahead and comment on here. It pops up. I'll see it. During the week, if you want to donate, get a hold of me. You know how to donate. You know how to get a hold of me. See anything you want to do. I'm Redneck Pimp. Thank you all for coming out. Yep. My man, such to say, don't a dog ahoy. You guys have a good night.
Have a good evening.